Hello and welcome to Project Cars 2 with Mr.X24. Today we are in the Mercedes AMG GT3 car. Had a request from my good friend JafMasterFlash7. He's been driving this track, Bathurst, in the GT3 cars. He's been using the Lambo, and he wanted to drive one of these cars and wanted a setup for it, so I decided I'd go out and do one. Maybe do a little bit of how I go about setting the car up type of video, because I think that'll be fun. And I do suggest you go check out JafMasterFlash7's YouTube channel. He's got some good stuff. He plays a lot of Forza Horizon 4 and does some cool rally stuff. He's made a rally course on there, Rally Hell. It's a very long course, like 15 minutes, sometimes more, sometimes less. He's running retro rally cars in there right now. Awesome fun. Alright, shall we get to it? I'm gonna set it to default. I do have a setup for it, but we're just gonna redo it. I had some recording issues earlier, and all my recording got corrupted, so I reset it to default, but we are going to go here, and I'm going to set these to hards, because I really like the hard tires on these GT3 cars, especially here, with the weather being so hot. And I'm going to change the tire pressure up 2 ticks, because I want it to be around 28, 27. Oops. About 2 ticks on that. Okay. We're going to leave all this alone for now. I'm going to go out and see how the car drives the way it is, and we're gonna go from there. So they did already drive it a little bit. Well, I had a whole video and it's gone now, so I'm just gonna do it again, which is fine by me. This car is pretty fun to drive. Putting some pretty good times down already. Be curious to see here. It's pretty heavy like the Aston, but drives much better, I think. I think it's a better handling car. Curious to see if with this full downforce, if I get 170 down the straight still, because I was getting 170 down there before with less downforce. Should get more corner speed though, I mean technically, right? A little bit of a push. It's not the greatest of exit speeds there. Pushed a bit more than I would have liked it to. This car feels pretty good in its default. Second gear down through here. We gotta do 2 laps here. The first lap's gonna be kind of slow because of the rolling start. I could just cut it out, but we're here to drive the car no matter what. Whatever. I'm shooting for like 206s. This car can definitely do it, and we're under non-TT race conditions as well. Track's a little hotter. We're going to be running a fuel load greater than 5 liters, obviously, because Jaff told me he's been doing endurance races in the GT3 cars. He's been driving the Lambo quite a bit, and I've seen he's doing like 70 laps, so I don't know exactly what kind of fuel load you run, because you're probably going to either run a lot of fuel and just change tires, I would guess, or run enough fuel to go in for fuel and tires. I'm not really sure. So we ran a 2:12 on that first lap. Let's see what we can muster up in the default on the second lap here. Not sure how long this video is going to be. It may be well over 30 minutes, but I really want to go through and change the setup a bit and let people kind of see what I do when I am doing this. This car is pretty good though. Already. Doesn't need a whole lot of changes. I am going to change it a little bit. I'm gonna give it just a little bit less oversteer. And we should be pretty solid, I think. Hold third gear through here, a little bit oversteer, back's trying to come out. Much full throttle through there. Hard, a little bit of brake. Coaster, hard on the brakes. Okay, coast down through here and then on the gas. I think you're really gonna like this car when you drive it. I do like it. Like I said, it's heavy like the Aston, but doesn't drive anything like the Aston. It drives way better than it. I want to check my top speed with that downforce. What are we at? It's going to slow us down, maybe about a mile an hour. For the increased cornering speed and probably braking a bit, that's probably not too bad. May leave the arrow like it is and just try my other settings. We're in a 207 792. That ain't too bad. I don't really feel like I can go a lot faster though. I may have to down the arrow a bit. It's not going to be a lot. Okay, so brakes are pretty good. Actually, the brakes are quite good. I think I'm going to go just one more to the front on the brake. And I'm going to change the rear downforce to 8. Okay, for that. Give us a little more top end, hopefully. Tire pressure, what's it at? 25? I think I'm going to go a little bit higher. I want to get this up to, so if we go up 2 more. Let's go to 22.34. Try that. Okay, we're going to go to the suspension. I am going to make the front slightly stiffer, get rid of a little bit of oversteer, and I'm also going to adjust the toe angle to 0.5 positive, so the rear tires, the fronts of them and the insides will be facing towards the inside of the car. Should make the rear end a little more stable. And it does induce understeer sometimes if you use too much of it. I think other than that, I'm going to change the fast bump rebound on the front. I'm just going to do that, I think, for now. Okay. Here, we're running... I'm going to go with 35 liters, or I guess 36. It's 11 laps. I'm going to put the radiator opening to 60%. I'm going to use a little more engine brake. I'm going to go to 2 on that. And I am going to turn the traction control up to 50%. So it's actually 50-50. It'll be less traction control on. And for the differential, I'm actually going to leave this for now. And we're going to try it this way and see what we can do. So again, first lap, it's going to be slower, but I do know if I run a 209-ish on that first lap, that sets me up pretty good for the second lap. Because I mean, we're only going 70 there. I'm just not going as fast over the start line here. Oh yeah, much better already. Got rid of a little bit of that arrow, so we should get a little bit more top speed, but our handling shouldn't be sacrificed too badly. Hard on the brakes, third gear. Oh man, you just kind of hang out the rear end a little bit though. That's a pretty good exit speed. Very, very nice. Down to second. Yeah, much better. I'll hold third through here a little bit off the gas. Car feels much better already. Pretty much hold it through there. This right. Basically full throttle through that. On the brakes, let it coast a bit. Let's try third gear down through here, although we gotta go second. That worked out though. I'm usually coasting through there anyway. Get a little less engine braking if you're in a higher gear. The lower RPM. Nice, yeah, this thing feels great. It really powers out of the corner nice. Better than the Aston GT3 for sure. I know I keep referring it back to that car, but that's the most recent one I've driven, and I would compare this car more to the GTE car of the Aston group, quite frankly. 170 that time, hard on the brakes. We're down to second. Goes over that curb nice. It's part of the reason why I changed the fast bump just a little bit. It's for that curb in particular. This will be an interesting lap. What is it? 210. All right, that was my first lap. The second lap will be the real quick one. Give us a good idea. I almost want to even put less traction control on, just see what happens. I don't want it to spin the tires up, but I want as much acceleration as we can get. Gonna go late, gonna go late. So nice. Man, for being such a big car, it really handles well. Well, almost 3,000 pounds. It's around that corner nice. Hold third through here. If I can get this corner a little better this time. Go down. Into the inside. Ooh, it was a little slidey, a little too inside, but worked out. Stay close to that wall. There we go. Get the angle right here. Hard on the brakes. Let her coast. On the gas. Drop her down to second for this. Good exit out of there. Man, I love Bathurst. We're 3.4 ahead of my first time there. I think if I change anything else, it's just going to be the traction control, just to see if we can get a little better acceleration maybe. Hard on the brakes, down to third, down to second. Maybe carry a little more speed through there. Not bad. I do really like this car a lot. Brake pretty late, down to second. Try to run this curb over. Perfect. 205, 206, pretty much 206. So that's pretty good. I'm gonna go to the first sector. I'm gonna see if I'm ahead at all. And from there, we're gonna go back and change the traction control and do a few more laps. That's a pretty good time for being on fuel, being on not the complete optimal racing traction. Oh man, it takes that corner well. Back end might try to come out on you, maybe sometimes if you do things wrong, but you should be able to at least save it. It won't completely kill you. I'm a little bit behind. Maybe get through this sector a little better. Oh, she takes that pretty nice. I'm on the wall. Trying to go full throttle through there, and it worked. Oh, we are in the wall. All right, we're gonna go back. That was my fault. I wanted to, I was pushing it. I was gonna go back and change the setup anyway. Okay. Let's see here. So I think all that's pretty good. I'm gonna leave that. I'm gonna leave that. We are going to turn this to 65 and see what happens. Changing number of clutches adjust overall strength of the clutch LSD without altering the relative power. Adding clutches simply multiplies the locking effect in the differential ramps. Set with a 4 clutches, for instance, provides double the lock of a setup with 2 clutches. Oh, okay. Interesting. I'm going to try 6 on that as well. That may cause spins, but we're going to try it. Alright, let's do a few more laps, and we may call it. The low 207's pretty good. Potential of 206, 434. Got a potential like 205 before. We're gonna see. We'll see what this does to it. May have to take some more downforce away from it. I don't know. So we're not on optimal time trial traction, track-wise, and the temp of the track as well. Time of day. We're on fuel, so times aren't going to be as fast as time trial times, but they can still be good. Give me an idea of what it can do. Oh man, you really got to push it through there. Oh man, it handles well. Wow. Still handles pretty well. Stay close to that wall. Slow down a little more than I would have liked there. Oh man, right next to the wall. Into third, felt like I was going a little faster into the chicane there, which I think I was. Careful not to get on the gas too early. It's pretty good out of that corner. It's feeling really nice. Feeling real nice right now. So we're still hitting 170 down here. Hard on the brakes, third gear, second gear, ducker in. Don't get too over the curb, that was a bit too much. Luckily it didn't go up on 2 wheels, so that's good. It was a little bouncy, but it's better than going up on 2 wheels. Gotta think of these things. Curb. What's our first lap gonna be? It's always a little slower with the rolling start. 210. Try to brake a little later down here. Ooh, man, I locked him up, I think. Trying to hold as much speed to that corner as I can, that first one. Said it in my TT before, it's pretty tricky. Brake late down here. Really throw her in. Ooh. Alright, we had to make a cut. So I don't want to make the video too terribly long, so I am making a slight little cut because I've been at this for actually a lot longer than the video is going to be. I made a few changes. We went brake balance to 62. I'm actually going to move this to 64. I'm going to move the brake pressure to 83. I'm going to go down a little bit more with it. I think we're going to go down 1 tick on the tire pressure as well. And I'm going to go up 1 more on that. Ooh, actually, I wonder... Keep that at... I'm going to put this to 3 and see. Might be too much. We'll try it. Okay, let's see here. I think everything else... Oh, let's see here. Let's just make sure. Okay, take a look. I am going to move the ride height a bit. We're going to try to make this a bit more even. Or even real close. We'll go 86 there. We got toe 0.6. We've made it understeer a bit more, but I'm still not sure if it's enough yet. Traction control should be good. All this should be good. Differential, I think, is fine. Go back to 500 on that. Okay, that's going to be it for the setup there. I'm going to skip to... We'll be back. I'll be back at on lap 2 and 3, the actual fast laps, not the first slow lap. I'll be back when we get there. Alright, car. Let's do it. Alright, we are coming up to lap number 2 onto the straight here. This will be the start of lap 2. Alright, here we go. Let's see what we can do with her. She's feeling pretty good. I will forewarn you, this car is kind of squirrely like the Aston. It really is. It can be a bit squirrely. Tamed it down quite a bit, but definitely got to be careful with it. Third gear, duck her in, back ends out a little bit. Not too much though, pretty good exit speed. Off the gas a little bit, third gear, second gear. Hold the inside. Back end, try to get away from me. That was too much gas on my part there. Handles this part nicely. A little bit of slidey slide, but it's okay. So this car does the same thing the Aston does. A little bit of brake. Oh man, that was really close. I couldn't have cut that any closer. I was for sure I was hitting that wall. A little bit of brake. Oh, don't lose the rear. Said she's a bit squirrely like the Aston. It's a heavy car. I think it's like 2,900 pounds. 3.3 ahead of that first lap. Like I said, the first lap's always slow. It's a 2:10. This lap and the next lap are the ones that I'm curious about. We're gonna try to run 2. Hard on the brakes, third gear, second gear. Then get this corner a little better. Get into third gear there. Adjust my mask a bit. Make sure I brake early enough there about the yellow banner. Mid 207. I think 206 is definitely doable, but you gotta keep the car clean. Not an easy one to keep clean every lap. You're not driving it super fast, sure, but and honestly, speed-wise, it's basically the same as the other GT3s, yeah. Third gear, duck her in, make sure don't lose too much speed. Not bad, pretty good. third gear, second gear, just barely on the brakes through that section. I threw that better that time and didn't lose the rear end so bad.
That's your fastest first sector time.
Thanks, man. 0.14. Whew. Holding the rear out there. You can do that in this car. Trying to brake as late as I can, off the brakes, on the brakes, over that curb. A wild ride this car is. Certainly can be. Hard on the gas, there we go. Better turned in proper that time. I'm curious to see what I'll be able to do in the time trial with this car, because I think on this setup in time trials, track conditions and everything else that's with it, fuel load, the car's going to be quite a bit quicker than it is here. And we've got quite a bit of fuel in it, not a lot, but a decent amount. Lap times are going to be slower with the more fuel you got. Looking at a pretty decent time here, I think. 207, 1110. All right. So we're gonna go. I'm gonna exit out of here. Once again, kind of made this video just to show a little bit of the setup stuff. I probably will tweak this car a bit more when I go drive it in the TT. It probably needs a bit more tweaking for my liking anyway, to go even faster, but the conditions were under 207, a potential of 205.5 is pretty good, I think, with the fuel load, like I said. And from what I've been told, when you do the TT, you get like full rubber laydown in the TT, so you get really good grip there as well. And you only get run on 5 liters of fuel. So the car's light, has better grip. It makes a big difference time-wise. But this was for an endurance type laps around Bathurst. JafMasterFlash has been doing Bathurst, he told me. I saw he was doing like 70 some laps, so I'm trying to get a decent setup for that, not for the TT. To me, the TT is a different beast, really. If I'm going pure setup, there's some other things that I'd change that I wouldn't do for a normal race. So I think 207 is pretty good, and I think you will enjoy the car. Honestly, I said it might be a little squirrely, possibly. Just be careful with it. Treat it nice. It will hopefully treat you nice. And turn the rear downforce up a bit if you need some more grip. It will help. It goes up to 10. I think I had it set to 7. All right. And once again, before I leave, sorry, definitely go check out JafMasterFlash7's YouTube channel. I will have a link down below for his content. All right. Thanks, everybody. And peace out.